Oh, hi. I believe I'm live now. How you doing? Happy primary day. It's primary day again in America. Here we are. Zuki just came in the room. It's a good omen. And I'm very excited to be here with you. So thank you for being here with me. And as I said, it's primary day here in America. We have Wisconsin today, Minnesota, South Carolina is happening right now. And I just want to say, I'm sorry for being a little late, but live streaming is a whole different vehicle, whole different animal. And so in order to get this happening, it takes a little bit more effort than I'm used to. So sorry for being a little late and happy to be here with you. Where is everyone watching from? I would love to know that. If you could please let me know. I'm watching here from New York City. Let's do a roll call. We haven't done a roll call in a minute. Massachusetts in the house. New York City. Colorado I see here. Who else? Kansas City. Pennsylvania. Wisconsin. We got wins. Hey, NTF soon. Did you vote? Did you vote? Virginia, Maryland, Madison, Wisconsin. All right, we got a lot of Wisconsin in the house. And polls close there in about an hour. Oh my God, there's so many. Michigan, Arkansas, Montana, Ohio, Chicago, Florida, Arizona, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Utah, upstate New York, Florida, Wisconsin, Nevada, Houston, Indiana. So happy to be here with you. I'm so excited to share election night with you yet again. We have a lot of cool stuff to check out, and I'm excited to get with you. But I think we actually have South Carolina right now. Let me just see if we can pull that up, because I think they're in the process of, let me see here. New York Times, South Carolina. There we go. There it is. Oh God. Keith, you have to log into this? Okay, I'm just going to do the other one. Okay. All right. Now, as you see here, Darlene Graham, I don't know what you call her, this daughter, not the daughter, the sister of Lindsey Graham, is doing a little bit better than everyone else. Now, the problem is with this state, you have to actually get 50% of the vote. And if you don't get that, then you actually have to go to a runoff. So it's looking like, though Darlene Graham has won plurality of the vote, she's not going to get the majority. And so she is going to be going to, or is the opposite. I always forget. But she will be going to a runoff, I think, with Ralph Norman. So hooray for her, I suppose. So it looks like this is pretty much wrapped up. And yeah, this isn't going to change. I don't know. I don't think anyone thought that she was going to perhaps get any more than this, but yeah, she didn't. All right. So we also have dual citizen here, also lived half-life in Florida, just crazy down here the last decade plus. It is crazy. It's absolutely insane that you can just get, you can just steal a Senate seat, essentially. Is that not what this is? Is that not what this is? Now, Darlene Graham said she's not being handed a Senate seat. I think we're having some testicle issues. Let's look. Yeah, look at that. I don't know what happened. Let's try this. I'm just going to try this. There we go. Wow. I fixed it. I hope this makes it have sound. Let's see. We'll see. together.
I want to hear from people, and I want to earn their vote.
What would you say to folks that are saying that you're just being handed this?
I don't see it that way. I'm not being handed the seat. I realize that I have to earn voters. So I'm working really hard to do that. Like I said, I want to spend the next 2 weeks getting out to as many places as I can. You know, Lindsey was amazing. I will never fill his shoes. No one can ever fill his shoes. And I don't just expect it to be handed to me. I know, again, that I have to earn people's votes, and I'm willing to work really hard over the next 2 weeks to get out to earn those votes. I want to work hard every single day for the people in South Carolina. That's why I want to do this, not to be a politician, not for self-ambition, not for power. I want to continue helping the people of South Carolina.
Do you believe her? Here's the thing. Anyone can serve in the Senate. That's the beautiful thing about our country. Literally everyone from the janitor to, quite often this is the case, multi-millionaire business owners can run and be in the Senate. There's a small bit of prerequisites in order to serve in the Senate. Now, my thing is is being the daughter, not daughter, I keep saying daughter, being the sister of a senator helpful? I don't know. I didn't know who this lady was until 3 weeks ago. And it just sounds to me like it's very MAGA, because I believe she promised when she took this role, she promised the governor that she wasn't going to run for a 6-year term. So even like the start of her political career based on a lie, baby. I don't know. Doesn't make me feel good. Screw her. All right. What else we got, Kelly? We got more. We got the primary sheet thing here. Let me see here. Okay. Francesca Hahn's final ad. Do you want to watch Francesca Hahn's final ad? Oh, Mike Lindell casting his vote. Mike Lindell cast his vote for Minnesota governor. Lindell TV was on the ground as Mike Lindell headed inside to cast his ballot in Tuesday's Republican primary for governor. Here's the thing. We're going to watch this. Everyone on God's green earth has been asked whether or not they condemn Hassan Piker, whether or not they think Thanksgiving should be canceled because of Hong's previous tweets. Abdul As-Sayed has had to answer for old tweets as well. And then you have on the other side of the fence, you've got these freaks, Mike Pillow Guy Lindell, who is literally an election denier. You got Max Miller, who has allegedly pointed a gun or held a gun to his wife's head. He allegedly fractured the collarbone of his daughter through scalding hot water on his ex-wife. Is any Republican asked to condemn them? No. Why? Why that? I actually don't mind. Hey, challenge candidates. You should challenge candidates on their insane tweets. I think that's good. They should answer for things that they said in the past, and they should see if they still believe it or not. I think it's good. I think it makes them stronger candidates, makes them stronger members of office if they were to win. But it just doesn't happen at all on the right. Pisses me off. Because on the left, they know that we actually hold some sort of standard for our candidates. And on the right, because they don't at all, they just don't even try anymore. It's just like such a disparity. Anyways, let's just watch this. I don't know what this is.
Hi. Everyone,
Okay.
Allison Steinberg here with Lindell TV. Mike Lindell is here, about ready to cast his vote for governor of Minnesota. Mike Lindell.
Hello, everybody. Yeah.
Oh, God. No.
They tried to say I wasn't a resident.
No, I mean, he's not. We released a video. We're releasing a short form video about this tomorrow, but he's not a resident actually. He says in a it was in a court document. He argued that he's actually a Texas resident and he wasn't eligible to vote in Minnesota. Here he is somehow voting for himself.
Didn't live here, but here I am really voting today. It's going to be an amazing day. I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote. We have a few hours left, and I'm looking forward to the watch party tonight. And we'll hopefully we can save Minnesota and make it a...
Does that tickle anyone else? It's like not the cross on his lapel.
affordable again. So I'm really encouraged. I'm going to head in to vote now.
All right.
Oh, gonna head in to vote. I don't mind the accent. Riveting stuff. Are they allowed to go in? I guess they are. Yeah, media's allowed in.
Hello, how y'all doing? Good, thanks. Hello.
Election denier. Mike Lindell. People like this to me is like the failure of the 4 years prior to Trump's second term. Someone like this should have been in jail a long time ago. These insurrectionists. I don't care. Clip it. They should have been in jail. They should have been locked up. And here they are, voting for themselves when they did everything they could to sow discord in our elections. Truly, fuck you. Fuck you.
Isn't that something? Yeah, I know. Hold up. What, really? No ID?
No ID to vote?
To vote in Minnesota.
Oh, no ID to vote in Minnesota.
Okay.
It's just like reality TV.
Yeah, first three letters of the first name. Mike, M-I-K. Okay. This is something, huh?
No idea to vote, but you have to give your name, asshole.
Only we have the Save America Act.
Lindell.
Fucking kidding me?
Well, according to Star and Tribune, I don't live here, but
No, I know that. Why is this not? There it is.
Machine error.
Address?
okay. Do I need to say that in front of the media here?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I
Thank you.
looked it up.
It's not far.
No, but no, I know that. But just take a look at this, and if everything is correct,
Let's see.
What can we dox him?
sign about everything is.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye, Mike Lindell. Okay. Well, that was riveting. I will say, I think we have, let me see here. We have two on, I want to show you this new technology we have because at 9 o'clock and I believe at 10 o'clock, we're going to do this, but I want to show you that we can do it. So when you put your super chats in, we are going to, oh my God, someone just gave 50. Okay. Someone just gave 50 gifted memberships. Who the hell was that? Peter, Jesus Christ. Thank you, everyone. Can we get some W's in the chat for Peter, who just gave 50 gifted memberships? I think that's $300 or something. Peter, can we get a million W's in the chat for Peter, who just gave 50 gifted memberships? Thank you so much, Peter. Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. Holy cow. Okay. Well, I was going to show you, if you want to do a super chat, we have this technology. I believe it's going to work. Let's see here. We're going to do this at 9 o'clock and we're going to do this at 10 o'clock. So when you give your super chats, and we also got an Unk alert from Rocky. Thank you for the Unk alert, Rocky. But we also have this too. I actually want to see this movie. I'm really glad you brought this up. Thank you for the $10. I want to see this movie. I have no idea what it has to do with Max Miller. Don't give anything away. But that's a movie I want to see, and it's not off topic. Everything's on topic today. Okay. And Kelly, let's pull up I think there's like a Hong clip from her kind of like locking in earlier today. But anyways, as you can see, your super chats, we are going to read them at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and they will be featured heavily on the show. So, and I think Obsession, I want to see that. And we got another Uncle Alert. Okay. Now, Francesca Hahn was asked today about democratic socialism and what it can mean if it could turn into communism. I thought her answer here is quite good.
First in government.
For voters who fear that democratic socialism could turn into communism, what would you want them to know?
No. This is a state where we still have a $2.33 tip minimum wage and $7.25 minimum wage. I think it's going to be pretty hard to turn that into socialism soon, but what we can do with this campaign is make sure that we're fighting for the policies that working class people first, and we're fighting for a $20 minimum wage.
Okay, she's locking in. She is locking in. Do you see that? That is a different woman than we saw 2 weeks ago. Now, do you think that she's going to win? Folks have been saying that it could be closer than people are assuming. I truly do not know. I want more progressives to win election. That is point blank, period. So my hope is that she does win and that it's pretty decisive, but we will see. We will see in about 30 minutes as polls close whether or not this is going to be close or not. But I just feel like, here's how I feel. I just feel like the establishment had their chance. They gave us 2 terms of Trump. Trump is more powerful than ever. We got to try something different. I love what Mamdani's doing. I want to replicate that more across the country. Okay. Do you see, Kelly, let's pull up this Mamdani clip of the Delivery Protection Act, because this is the thing I'm talking about, is like, if you get democratic socialists into office, they actually want to protect workers. It's not about spreading socialism and communism. Okay. It's about protecting workers and equaling the playing field. But let's see Francesca lock in here.
We are feeling strong. I'm feeling good. Election day is always an exciting day.
Have you spoken to Evers?
I've not spoken to the governor yet. It's quite early. I want to let him have his coffee first.
Are you concerned, though? It's been a tough primary. Do you need a united party in November? Can you get everybody back on the same team?
We need a united party. We are ready to unite not just the party, but working class people all across the state to defeat Tom Tiffany in November.
Do you feel like your policies are the future of the Democratic Party?
I think our policies are ones that are the solutions to deliver for working class people, permanent affordability, so we don't come back to moments like these. I think the Democratic Party, we are a big tent party, and there's always room for better policies and always room for more people.
Do you think you were prepared for this intense pushback that you received, especially from Republicans framing you as far too extreme for Wisconsin?
What's extreme is Congressman Tiffany, a longtime DC congressman, has voted against the interests of Wisconsinites over and over again. What's extreme is that he's an election denier. What's extreme is he continues to protect Epstein and pedophiles. What's extreme is that he has voted to help raise gas prices and make life harder for Wisconsinites. I think what people of our state are ready for, the good people of Wisconsin, are ready for a government that actually puts them first, not Trump.
Period. I'm telling you, something shifted. Something shifted. She's seeing her eyes on the prize for this November. Now, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. In fact, I believe the Republican on the betting market, or on the, what is it called? The poly market, the Republican actually has like a 60% chance of winning. This is not a for sure thing. Okay. So we're going to have to fight really hard to make sure she gets to the finish line. I said, well, we do have like a 96% chance, according to Polymarket, that she is actually going to win tonight. But I do believe the general is much, much, much less of a sure thing. But that's the thing. Like, good things are worth fighting for. But the thing is we're not only going to be fighting the Republicans, we're going to be fighting the establishment. We're going to be fighting the Democrats who don't want to see change in this country because the status quo helps. They would much rather run against Republicans than have to fight on their values and policies in a primary. And so because she's going to win, they are likely going to make it harder on both ends. Now, here's what I'm talking about, though, because Mayor Mamdani came out this sick-ass ad about the Delivery Protection Act. It's something that we actually did a short on here on YouTube when I heard about it a couple of weeks ago. And let me play it, and then I'll talk to you about why I think this is just so great.
Special delivery. If it looks like an Amazon delivery,
and it drives like an Amazon delivery,
then it's an Amazon delivery.
Amazon is spending millions of dollars to convince you that this isn't an Amazon delivery. But all you have to do is see for yourself.
My uniform says Amazon.
If I don't wear this Amazon branded vest, disciplinary action will be taken against us. The workers' routes and hours are set by Amazon.
so why isn't Amazon responsible for these vans?
Because Amazon and other corporations have built a vast network of subcontractors
That shield them from responsibility. Amazon tells these subcontractors where to drive.
Who to hire and what hours to work.
I do all the work that makes Amazon all the money.
This is why I'm proud to support the Delivery Protection Act, sponsored by Councilmember Tiffany Kalan. Because if Amazon is delivering your packages, they should follow the same rules of every other delivery.
when injuries and worker accidents skyrocket.
Amazon says they have nothing to do with it.
They can't have it both ways.
By shielding themselves behind these so-called independent operators, this trillion-dollar company is able to avoid regulations on our city streets. And that's why we want to pass the Delivery Protection Act.
Is that so scary? I'm sorry. That's all DSA. Tiffany Caban, DSA. Mayor Mamdani, DSA. What's so scary about that? Like, the thing is, they're trying to turn the people who are members of the Democratic Socialists of America into something that they're not. Like, these are the elected officials. Is that scary to you? These are people, in my opinion, actually being creative, being smart, and actually showing through good media that they're trying to do something different. It's just not scary to me at all. So and again, this is why I think it's so important that we elect progressives now. Because listen, I tried. I was there with you. I was like, okay, Hillary's the one. Hillary's the one. All right, we got Joe Biden in office. Okay. And it's like not much changed. And I don't think many policies were passed that actually improved workers' lives. So this shit to me is exciting. It's exciting. And we've tried the other way. Democrats lose sometimes, even if it's the most centrist person. Why not put forward someone that actually wants to make radical change and is young and inspiring? Why not? Hello. Oh, someone said, Keith, please talk about Elijah in Florida. He was trying to win against the Debbie Wasserman. We actually did we had an interview. Where were you? We did an interview with him. Kelly, can you pull that up? We did an interview with Elijah 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. But yeah, Elijah Manley is running for Congress against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who is white, is running in a black majority district. And because her district was written away in redistricting, she decided to run in a black majority district against every single local black leaders, against what they wanted. And here's just like, I mean, you can. 34 years, Florida is 20. But yeah, it did not do very. I mean, listen, no one, not a lot of people watch this, but it is on the channel. You can type in Elijah Manley, I think, on the channel, and you can find it. We're gonna put the link. Kelly put the link in the chat, so you can at least watch it. Can you pin it, Kelly, just for a little bit? Thanks, Kelly. Can everyone say thank you to Kelly? Kelly is the machine behind all of this, and we have to give some props to producer Kelly, who is crushing it right now. Crushing it. And I want to say thank you to the 3,100 of you watching right now on the live stream. That's crazy. I'm going to move this away so it's not me looking at me. But yeah, 3,100 of you here. Thank you. If you haven't yet, please do hit like on the live stream. I'm told it does help. It helps. And if you're not subscribed, we do daily videos here. We're going to try to make live streaming more of a regular thing on the channel. We're still trying to figure out how that's going to look for us. But we enjoy doing it. And it seems that you do too, because there's literally 3,000 of you here on a Tuesday night. That's crazy. And I'm very, very, very grateful that you have decided to spend some time with me. Okay, and we do have some election news. Let us go here. Oh, hell. Darling Graham has advanced to the Republican Senate runoff in South Carolina. Ms. Graham did not win the special primary outright despite having President Trump's endorsement. Her runoff opponent was still too close to call. So Darlene Graham does advance. I'm going to guess, I don't know. From what I understand from the reporting is that like Republicans in South Carolina are very pissed that Donald Trump did this. That he like tried to basically stop the primary from happening essentially. But we'll see. We'll see if she can make it through the primary. I'm here today because I saw you live and heard Destiny say, well, hold on. What did someone say about Destiny? Okay. There's so many chats. I don't even know where that was. It's probably over here. 3,100 people clicked the wrong button. That's funny. If you're going to be a troll, at least be funny. Let's see here. I don't know. Oh, I'm here today because I saw you live and I heard Destiny say you have been radicalized. I know it's a place for me. Thank you, Mega Crimson Ghost. Am I radicalized? I don't know. If you're not feeling radical in a moment like this, I don't know what to tell you. I think radical times require radical solutions. Someone wrote R.I.P. Mitch McConnell in the chat. I'm not sure if he died, but in many ways, he's already gone, isn't he? Okay, now let's go to this. U.S. Senate candidate Annie Andrews says she decided to jump into the race the day RFK Jr. I guess we can put this up. I will say, like, I don't want to poo-poo anyone. That is going to be an almost impossible race to win the Senate in South Carolina. And if you are going to donate, I'm just going to say it right now. There are many other places you can donate where your money is going to be much more effective. It is almost impossible for the Democrat to win in South Carolina. So we're going to listen to her, but this is going to be Darlene's opponent if she makes it through the special election. But let's see.
I'd be the first ever pediatrician senator. And I
Oh.
can go up there and go toe to toe with RFK Jr.
What would you ask RFK Jr.?
Oh, so many things.
So you're not a career politician, you're a
No.
doctor, but you threw your hat in the ring to run for Senate.
When I was 4 years old, I wanted to be a doctor, and my whole life revolved around achieving that goal, practicing as a pediatrician. But after 15 years of understanding the impacts of policies on my patients and their families, I started to understand the importance of politics. That I actually decided to get in this race the day RFK Jr. was nominated to lead HHS. My entire worldview is from my 20 years working on the front lines of America's broken healthcare system. I would go to work and take care of kids who, when they go home, their parents don't know where their next meal is coming from. They have to ask me, how much is that inhaler going to cost? Or how much is that insulin going to cost? And then, of course, like most pediatricians in this country, I have cared for children who have been shot. So all of those are policy failures. And as a pediatrician, I understood that I had agency, I had this lived experience, and I could apply it to, advocacy first. And then once I realized talking to lawmakers who don't inherently care about America's children was not a path to catalyze change, I understood we have to elect people who inherently care if we really want to see change. We have a people-powered movement. Our average donation is $26. We don't take corporate PAC money, and we've raised over $11 million. So we are in a position to win, but it's going to take people from all across the country believing that it's possible. And if we as Democrats ever want to reliably expand the Senate map, that's going to take investment in the South. And no better opportunity than to invest in the South than this year, when we have this unexpected open Senate seat and a candidate like me who's put in the work to build a winning campaign. I'd be the first.
I mean, she's not wrong. It is going to take a lot of investment to expand the South. I just don't think South Carolina is the first place I would do it. But I think like Texas, actually, I think Nate Silver put out some probabilities of wins right now, and I'll pull that up for you in just a moment. But, do whatever you want with your money. Okay. If you got money to donate. But I personally, my professional opinion, having worked on campaigns, is that there are going to be more opportunities for your money to go further than donating to someone who is a 90% chance of losing her race in the general election. And that sucks, but that's just like the truth of it. Now, Nate Silver put together some, for instance, like there are some, like these are places where I would put some money. I mean, we obviously have Keith's cheat sheet, keithscheatsheet.com, powered by Oath, where if you feel inclined, you have the funds, you can donate to House races that are very likely to flip if they just get enough funding. You can do that. But there's also these Senate races where, look at this. Texas, baby. So, do you know who Nate Silver is? Nate Silver is he's like a data guy. He understands stats. He's a poker player. He's very smart. Not a lot of people like him on the left because he calls balls and strikes. And he can be kind of a dick on Twitter. But I consider him to be very smart. And look at this. He is not, I'm just saying, he calls balls and strikes. He was like, I feel like Trump is going to win in October, and people were very pissed. Like he just calls it as he sees it. And he is saying, as it stands right now in August, how many months away? We got like about 3 months until the general election. He is saying there's a 63% chance Texas is going to flip. Okay. Does that make you excited? That made my voice crack a little. 63% chance. In Michigan, 69% chance Al Sayed is going to win. Hello. I thought everyone said that he was unelectable. Oh, turns out not the case. Baby, Susan Collins. Bye, bitch. 69% chance of flipping with Troy Jackson. Okay, this is going to be a blue ass. Donald Trump is going to have to send ICE. But even if he does, he's not going to be able to stop all of these voters from saying, get the fuck out of office. Sherrod Brown, a little bit lower, 58%. North Carolina, a flip. Roy Cooper, 90% chance of flipping. Ossoff is going to win. Now, listen, this is where it gets interesting to me. Because this is like Alaska. We have a 40, like a little bit less than a coin flip of flipping Alaska. So if you want to give money to someone, here you go. Her, Mary Peltola. What is her thing? Fish, freedom, and something else? Fish, freedom, and something. That's her slogan. Love it. Florida, not happening. Not happening. Listen, look, South Carolina is not even on here. So this to me is very hopeful. If this were to happen, we would flip the mother effing Senate. We have to do that. We have to do that. Because then we're not nominating any Supreme Court justices. Hello? That sounds right to me. That sounds good. Holy shit. I've just been told there's 4,000 of you in here. Thank you for being here. Please do hit like on the live. And if you're not subscribed, come subscribe. What are you doing? All right, let's do some super chats. We're going to do a little early. I want to do this. So we're going to do a little earlier. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to see how I do this. Okay, I think I'm just going to do it. Okay, well, the super chat says, thoughts, CoffeeZilla beef with Joe Rogan. Thank you for the $2. And I don't know anything about that, actually. I love CoffeeZilla, though, and I find him very inspiring. I quite like his, I like his content. In fact, we've talked about it on the channel. We want to do content very much like his. So we are big CoffeeZilla fans. All right. So what else we got here? I feel like there has to be a way to do this. Okay. Let's try this. Yes. I love you too. Zuki, I think Zuki is a little lukewarm towards you, but she can warm up. That dog doesn't even sleep on my lap anymore. Does that happen with senior dogs? She used to not be able to not touch me. Now she can't stand. She can't wait to get away from me. Is that normal with senior dogs? She's 14. But anyways, thank you for the $2. And we got another one here. Hello, Nisi. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for being here with us tonight. And we have one more. Let's do one more, then we'll get back to the news. This is from Broadway Scott, who is a fixture on the channel. Yes, absolutely. I have said this repeatedly. You do not need to donate money to folks like Tallarico or Ossoff, people who are a little bit more under the radar are the ones who you should be donating to. Okay, we're going to get to more news now. Let me pull up this thing, or Kelly, if you want to send me something else. But we're going to go to more news real quick. Let's just see what's going on over here. Okay. 1 second. Wait, I want to know what you guys are saying about the dog. What is the overall sentiment? I haven't looked. She's a grumpy old lady. Yeah. You have to support her and tell your watchers to support her. Just look at what may... Oh, that's South Carolina. It's not about my Zuki. My dog is 14 and he is getting less cuddly sometimes when he is on the sofa And I join him. He gets up and goes in his box. My senior doggy passed me. Oh, I'm sorry. She was next to me, sleep with me, was never apart until her last few months, then started separating and Sunday. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Arthritis might be it. Okay. Yes. My 13-year-old dog, who always had at least be touching me in the past 2 years, just has to be in the room with me. Okay. I'm glad that's not just me. Menopause. That's very funny. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm wondering if X is down. It's not loading for me at the moment. Or if maybe my internet just pooped out for a second. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes. This is why it's so important that we win, that we flip the Senate. Look at this. Just in Trump's, no, we did this. We did a little video on this earlier today, but I wanted to highlight it again because this is crazy shit. This is crazy.
A lot of people get it. So let me put an idea in your head, okay? Because it's so hard to get the Senate to do anything. Now they're on recess. They don't get anything done if they never get the Save America Act done. You have the right to declare a national security emergency for elections. And the Supreme Court ruled in 1983 under Reagan that INS.
Oops. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Sorry, testicle difficulties yet again.
A lot of people. The Supreme Court ruled in 1983 under Reagan that INS versus Chadha, that if you declare a national security emergency as the President of the United States, they can't challenge it. It can only be overturned by a 2/3 vote of both houses of Congress. So if you do this in the next month, we will get photo ID, proof of citizenship, and a limit to mail-in ballots. And you don't even need the Senate vote.
Happened. Okay, I'll leave it at that.
All right, we'll leave it at that. So let me finish with.
I don't know what he says. What does he say there? I can't make it out.
Month, we will get photo ID, proof of citizenship, and a limit to mail-in ballots. And you don't even need the Senate vote.
Happened. Okay.
Oh, he said, let me just say this. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. So he's not saying no. I mean, that should be an automatic no from the President of the United States. And yet here we are with him saying he could very well declare a national emergency before the midterms. Now, my thing is like, here, he telegraphs this shit, okay? Like, he said he wants to go invade Denmark. He had a creative solution of using a business to go in there and start taking over a small amount of territory so they can start drilling for resources. It's a Trump-backed company, Trump-aligned company. And so when he's saying this, it's like Project 2025. Like, okay, all right. So we're being told right now, like, he's going to do this shit. So my thing is like, all right, I understand that's what you want to do. So what is the response from Democrats? I've seen people respond to this saying this is insane. Okay, yes. But like, what are we going to do about it? And that's the thing that I would love for someone to tell me. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, governors. Thank God we have Democratic governors in swing states right now who can probably do what they can to protect polling locations. But truly, if he declares a national emergency, then what? And is someone gaming this out? You know? And I just don't know. And perhaps, I mean, I know that, like, you know, sometimes it's important to not let your enemy know your next move. Sure, I get that. I just want to say that I hope someone somewhere smarter than me is saying, all right, like, what is the game plan if Donald Trump declares a national emergency, sends federal agents to polling locations, and then what? All right, someone says Mark Elias is gaming it out. Well, that's good to know. I did not know that. Perhaps we have a video on that we can watch. But in the meantime, something that is giving me, CEOs and corporations would have to speak out. But come on, do you think that's going to happen? Do you think Tim Cook is going to come out and say something? I guess like it was my fault for expecting anything from CEOs of trillionaire corporations, but I've still been very disappointed. And joke's on me. Why should I have expected them at all to uphold our values and our beliefs as a country? I've been so disappointed by it. Okay, but first, let's get to this because I love this. Listen, I was not a Haley Stevens enjoyer. In fact, I was a Haley Stevens admonisher. But contrast her from the way that she has been running this campaign, or but the way that she has been messaging since she lost her campaign versus, I'm just going to say, other candidates who lost in their primary. And this is how you do it. It gives me great joy. And it really does make me think differently of her, because I don't know how often a Democrat, an establishment Democrat, has lost to a progressive, but it doesn't really happen very often that progressives win statewide. And so an establishment Democrat never really has had to suck it up and be like, hey, we're all on the same team. But that's literally what's happening here. And I am thinking to myself that this is a sign that maybe, despite all of the conjecture happening on the internet about progressives versus centrists versus moderates versus liberals, maybe it's not as big of a deal as they'd like it to be.
8 years, but he was just
and I'm going to go
on
turn on my AC.
About association that he had with Hassan Piker. And I know during your campaign, you went after him on issues like that. But within 24 hours, you got behind his campaign. And people are wondering why. Why would you do that?
Well, that's called democracy, friend, right? You don't sign up for a Democratic Party to be salty grapes and just continue to hold the grudge. We certainly have seen that play out. No shots here, but we've seen that play out with our current president. Some might say Mr. Sanders, pursued that approach as well when he didn't win a Democratic nomination coming in as an independent. Look, I believe in democracy. He won the majority of the votes, and I'm going to continue to stand by my positions, right? I'm a Zionist Democrat.
That's a crazy thing to say out loud. The year of our Lord, 2026. It's a brave thing to say. But she's saying her full chest. That's what I'm going to say about her. She did not lie about who she is. She was like, this is who I am. Do you want to vote for me? And I respect the hell out of that. I don't respect her positions, but I respect the hell out of that. I wish more politicians would do that on things that are uncomfortable truths that go against the grain of what the base wants.
The votes, and I'm going to continue to stand by my positions, right? I'm a Zionist Democrat. I am a Democrat who gets endorsed by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the AFL-CIO. I have been recognized over and over again as one of our most effective lawmakers. I identify problems and I solve them. Ask my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. I run the Bipartisan Manufacturing Caucus. I stood up for the hostages, with my colleague French Hill. I'm a patriot. I love our freedoms. I love this country. And yes, I'm still in the Democratic Party, even though folks like me maybe aren't winning our primaries.
Yeah, but
yeah. So that's what it's about, y'all. Like, we fight for the direction of where we want the party to go in the primary. And then it's the job of the candidates to do what they can to bring the party together in the general. And I think I really do. Listen, I don't agree with everything that she is for. And that's okay. But I'm going to say, on the whole, we're more alike than we are different. Certainly more different than we are than the Republicans and like Trump, who's saying we're going to declare a war on our elections. Now, as you guys said in the chat, we pulled it up, that Mark Elias from Democracy Docket has a plan on what we can do if the unthinkable happens with our elections. And I just want to point out, we are 3 minutes away right now. We are 3 minutes away from the polls closing in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Let's watch this.
From a federal election is a day that is very relevant to whether states can engage in voter purges. So under the National Voter Registration Act, states can remove voters in mass, what we sometimes call purges. They can do routine list maintenance and clean their lists. And we oftentimes have a lot of controversy and heated debate about whether a state is purging lawful voters or only cleaning up people that need to be removed. And there's a lot of litigation that goes on under the National Voter Registration Act. But one of the provisions of the NVRA, okay, the National Voter Registration Act, that is relevant to this fight over this nationwide database that Donald Trump is trying to build, in gaining access to his voter files and then telling states they have to remove names after they've gone through them. 90 days from the election is a cutoff after which states may not do mass removals. Any state that wants to systematically remove the names of ineligible voters from the voter rolls, that has to be completed more than 90 days prior to the general election. Today is the 90th day before the general election, which means that if the Department of Justice wants states to remove names systematically based on whatever cockamamie lies are cooked up in Washington, D.C., or whatever manipulated data they use, or whatever, disinformation they spread, if they want those names removed, they had to have done it before today. And as I mentioned, they are 0 for 20 in getting access to the state voter rolls. That was a key component to them doing this.
I don't know what the hell that man just said. But he sounds very smart. I'm just going to say this. I am really grateful that he is on it. I'm glad we got smart people on this. Folks are saying the connection isn't good. Is that true? It looks like everything's good to me on this end. Are we having dropped frames? It's all good? Okay. And I am noticing your gifts. I'm sorry we can't we can't call out every one, but we are noticing your gifts, and I'll see we have sent an air travel from Enley. Thank you so much. And let's get to more super chats. It is 9:00. But before we do that, let us do this. 1 second. Let's go to the New York Times. Let's see here. It's officially 9:00. I love this. It tickles me. Okay, so here's obviously nothing yet. It literally just closed. But this is what we're watching now. Minnesota. Okay. South Carolina, obviously we are waiting to see if Graham or Nortonman are going to carry it over. There's the Connecticut governor race, Minnesota governor, and then obviously Wisconsin governor as well, where there is still, I don't even know this lady was there. Who? Kelda, what? I didn't even know you were running. Where you been? Kelda Royce. Okay. Anyways, but it's really between these two, Francesca Hong and David Crowley. Someone made a good point about the control of the Senate, which is that it's basically going to be 50-50. Fetterman is going to have so much power, because he will be the swing vote for every single fucked up thing. Fetterman's going to have so much power if we win the Senate. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Basically, Mark Elias said that Trump is now his own favorite nickname. He's too late. Got it. Okay, all right, we're going to go to some super chats, and I don't believe the text to voice is working, which is okay. We're learning as we go, but let's go to super chats now, and we will fix it next time. But we're still going to read them. Okay, let's go to here. Okay. How could anyone fill Lindsay's shoes? His legs were always in the air. Oh, FJ Markcliffe. That's the type of humor I like. That's a good super chat. And thank you for the $20. Let me see if I can fix this problem while we're here. I think I can. If you don't mind let's see here. Okay. Where is that? Okay, super chat. Desktop. I'm going to do this. Okay. I think that's going to do it. I'm going to try that one more time. Do you want to hear that one? Let's just watch it one more time. No, it didn't fix it. Oh. One more time. I'm going to hear the next one. Oh. No, didn't work. I wonder why it's not working. Okay, we'll figure it out later. Okay. Nick Trojan sent $5 in super chats. Nick Trojan says, love your show. I grew up on 14 and Ryan. Did you go to Mott too? Haha. Anyways, keep up the great work. F Donald Trump. And I went to Cousino. 14 and Ryan, if you don't know, is in Michigan, where I am from. So no, I went to Cousino, and thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. There's $50 super chat from Bang Chains. Jeez Louise. Bang Chase says, sent you a voicemail today about Minnequaw Brewing and how I'd love to see you collab with them. It's a great story, and they are on the front lines fighting MAGA in Wisconsin. Oh, well, thank you for the super chat. We are going to look into that. Kelly, let's write that down and see if there's something we can do with that. And thank you for letting us know. I had no idea what's happening there, but that sounds very interesting to me. Looks like Eat the Rich gave a floating heart. NorCal 19 Girl, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And let's see here. Charm Free says, don't cry. And I don't think I am, but thank you for the $5 super chat. Okay. We'll move on to more of these at 10 o'clock, but let's go to, let's see if we have more election news. No, nothing. Anything at all? Nothing. So like my ADD mind literally goes like, wait, why is the voice to text not working? And I want to fix it right now, but I'm not going to, but I want to fix it right now. Maybe we'll try it at 10 o'clock. We'll try fixing it. We'll see how many people are on. But we are waiting still for the election results to come in for Wisconsin, for Minnesota U.S. Senate, for Minnesota governor, And do send in your super chats. We're going to read them all at 10 o'clock tonight. We do have a clip from Donald Trump, who I didn't know this was happening. Did you know that there was a Patriot Games happening? Which is like the Hunger Games, essentially. Keith, you were my celebrity crush before I even realized that you were gay. Peace from Minnesota. Did you vote today? Jared, did you vote? You better have voted. Okay, let's go to this.
The future of our country, and we had a great time in Ohio, a fantastic time in Ohio. The country's doing well. The stock market's fantastic record. We have 79 records so far in a short period of time. More people are working right now in the United States than ever before, and prices are dropping fast. Iran is going fine, going just absolutely.
Okay, that's totally opposite in all of these things. Iran's not going well. Stock market, actually, I'm not sure. I don't pay attention to it. Do you pay attention to the stock market? It does not impact my day at all. At all. In fact, I don't know when the last time was that I thought about the stock market once, unless it dropped. But I don't care about the stock market at all. I will say this, prices are higher than ever, and our oil reserves are going lower and lower.
Absolutely fine. We totally control the Strait of Hormuz. We have control over it. Nobody else, only us. Our Navy is unbelievable, and things are going great for our country.
All right. Yes or no? Is this a wig? What is that? What is that? That looks different than what we have seen before. That looks like a new weave. Am I wrong? Wig. Nuts. Nutsack hair. Shut up. It is a little puby. It's a little puby. Is that an adjective? I made it one. It's a little puby. We're live, baby. We can say things on here we can't normally say on a normal YouTube video. Okay, we are live as shit. Woo. Nutsack hair. Y'all are crazy. Oh, God. Okay, what is this? Oh. Stacy, thank you for the $50 super chat. Just saw that come in. Thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity. I mean, these all look better than what he's got now. You know, here's the thing. Like, this sort of shit, it does not matter at all. In fact, it's a pointless endeavor to talk about this stuff in some regards. But I actually think it's so important to belittle this man, to make him small. And this is one way to do it. The way that authoritarians keep and maintain power is by creating this air of like inevitability, invincibility. And when you can poke at them and you can make them look weak, you can belittle them, it does really help make it feel like they're not inevitable, that they are temporary, and that they're just as human as you and me. I truly think it's so important to laugh at these people. I think that's one way you can fight them. All right, we have 1% in for the primary election results in Wisconsin. Are you ready? Oh, hell. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. It's 1%. It's 1%. It may be close. This could be close. Okay, we have to play this clip. Yeah, we have to play this clip. All right, we're going to keep watching this. Obviously, like anything can happen because Abdul was like 20 points ahead and then it became very close. So this is just this is just like, it's just fun to look at. It does, we won't know. Kelda Royce, who could this be? Who are you? All right, this is David Crowley, who she's running against. I believe there's another clip too of his, but we're going to watch this. This is who she's running against. I'm just going to play the clip. He says that calling people establishment is a racist slur.
Grew up in 53206 zip code. I'm trying to figure out who the establishment is, right? I think that when we talk about the establishment, I don't know who that is. I'm a kid that grew up in 53206 zip code. My parents was drug addicts and suffered from mental health. I worked extremely hard to be where I am today. And so when people try to call me the establishment, I look at that as a slur, particularly as an African-American candidate. And so I have never ran for office to protect the establishment. I've always been here to protect the people. That's my foundation. That's what I'm going to continue to do as a county executive and what I'm going to do as the governor of Wisconsin. I'm trying to figure out.
Establishment is racist. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's, come on. You know you're losing when. When I saw that, I was beside myself. Okay. He also said this.
I would argue we have to listen to independents and Republicans because we don't have a monopoly on good ideas. I would argue we
have to listen to independents and Republicans because we Democrats don't have a monopoly on good ideas. What good ideas do Republicans have, Mr. Crowley? I don't know. I'm interested to hear. Like, what? What is it with some Democrats and being like, we must cuck ourselves to the Republicans as soon as possible? What is that? We have good ideas. Do Republicans ever say, Democrats, we should listen to some Democrats? I don't know one Republican who's been like, well, we should listen to our friends on the other side of the aisle. It's and maybe I'm wrong, but it literally feels like it is only centrist Democrats who are like, Republicans have some, we have to listen to that. No, we don't. In fact, we don't. And we can just have our good ideas, try to enact them, and let the voters decide who's the better candidate, who's the better party. It's crazy. It's crazy. What good ideas do Republicans have? They gave us Trump, and they have absolutely no desire to be a check on him. And I don't even know what policies they put forward that have helped anyone other than billionaires. When they literally passed, the only thing they could pass was a tax break for them. Oh, this is Kelda. Who is Kelda Royce? We're about to find out.
At this point, what is your path to victory 1 week from where we stand next Tuesday?
After the debate, we've had a huge surge of support for my campaign, donors, activists, yard sign requests. So I'm going to continue traveling the state, answering questions from voters all over the state about their priorities. And I think that this is a late-breaking race. People want a governor who can beat Tom Tiffany and who's ready to govern on day one.
Do you still think from people you're talking to there are a lot?
She's pretty. Am I allowed to say that? I feel like you're not allowed to say women are pretty anymore. Am I allowed to? Like, I think she's pretty. She's so pretty. She is so pretty.
can beat Tom Tiffany and who's ready to govern on day one.
Do you still think from people you're talking to there are a lot of undecideds out there?
I think so, but I think a lot of them are breaking my way. We've certainly seen that after other candidates have withdrawn, that I've been able to earn the endorsements of their donors and their supporters.
How would you describe the state of this race in the final week?
Absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Totally unpredictable. And I would say
Only
just
I
get
can
ready
say
for
it.
surprises. I mean, this is what primaries are for. We do not have to accept the idea that dark money is.
You guys are funny. You're allowed to say it because you're gay. Keith, I'm prettier than her. Okay. You can say women are pretty. I don't. Okay, good. It's nice to know because I don't want to objectify. I just am I'm like, oh, that's a pretty woman.
Going to buy this primary. I think Wisconsinites have really rejected that notion before. When Elon Musk came in and tried to buy a Supreme Court seat, we said no. And we should certainly reject the idea that Republican dark money is going to influence this primary too.
Joel Brennan.
Okay. Well, I don't think she's going to win, but all right, let's check. 2% of the vote. Uh-oh. Now, listen, this doesn't matter. None of this matters. Keith worried about HR, literally. HR, in other words, getting clipped out and canceled. Yeah. Okay, we're going to keep watching this. Let's see. Do we have results for Minnesota? Is there anything in yet? I'm sure Kelly's watching it, but all right. Trump was asked about a third term on moments ago, 6 minutes ago. And here's what he had to say.
At the dinner you put on as Trump 2028, are you serious about seeking a third term?
Everybody asked me that question, and you know that the law is very strong on that. I'd love to run, but the law is very strong. I get asked by well, even tonight they're screaming at the event, 2028. No, everybody wants me to do it, but the law is very strong.
I don't believe you. I think he pooped. Chip Girl 24 says, Keith, thanks, Keith. Never been in your live before. Can we all say hello to Chip Girl? Welcome to the live stream. We don't do these very often, but we're going to try to do more of them if you guys like them. If you like the lives, we will do the lives. I enjoy this a lot. This is very relaxing for me. So if you like it, but yes, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm going to show that comment, but welcome to the live stream. Everyone be nice. All right. Minnesota. All right. Well, let's get to this first. First off, I must say, still heavily distracted by what's happening on his head. What is that? What is that? We need a congressional investigation. Come on. Crazy. All right. I do not believe that he is not going to try to run again. I don't believe it. I would like to believe it, but this man says what we want to hear sometimes. We can say anything during the live. That's right. That's what the best thing about the live. Yes. Also, there's no ads here. We've decided to make this an ad-free experience. So please thank all the super chatters, all the gifts. It's literally, they're the ones that are keeping the live going. So let's just put some W's in the chat for anyone who has super chatted and given a gift. And we will, of course, recognize all of them and respond to them later tonight around 10 o'clock. But thank you for that. Thank you for that. You are the ones that are keeping the live stream going. So thank you. But I will say that, yeah, I mean, listen, he'd love to run. I don't know if he's going to make it. You know, he's not looking great. Look at that. But no, I think he's probably doing what he can to try to do a third term. Or, you know, listen, he could very well like just try to not leave. That's what's happened before. All I'm going to say about this, and then we're going to move on. All I'm going to say about this is the only time Donald Trump lost an election, had to leave office, he had the biggest temper tantrum in American history and tried to stop a free and fair election, tried to stop the counting of the electoral votes. So I don't know. Perhaps this man who has shown us that he doesn't really like to be told no, perhaps for the first time in his life, he will just leave. He will just accept no for an answer. But something tells me that Donald Trump is going to try to figure out a way to stay longer if he can. But maybe God has other ideas in mind. All right, we got 6% in on the Wisconsin election results. And while you're here, please do hit like on the live. If you're not subbed, please subscribe. And thank you for being here. Let's go here. Oh, shit. Is the music annoying? I'm going to do it one more time. It tickles me. $6% in. David Crawley, 10 points ahead now. Again, this could change at any point. Let's see where the vote's coming from. Oh my God, is he going to win? Dear God. Okay, well, one second. Keith, you are blushing looking at the woman. Okay, well, we're going to come back to this and hopefully things will change. Hopefully things will change. Oh, look at that, 0.3%. Okay, everything's fine. Laura Ingraham. Oh yeah, Lauren Ingraham did a segment. This saying Hong is wrong. Everyone is afraid of progressives. People on the right and people on the left. Joe Scarborough, we're going to play this. Joe Scarborough literally almost had an aneurysm yelling about Hassan Piker yesterday. Let's watch this first.
Now, the bottom line on socialism, it never changes. They're preparing to come for everything you have. Your home, your car, your air conditioning, your 401k, and yes, your factory. They want it all because you don't deserve any of it. You don't deserve the fruits of your labor because, by definition, they arose out of the corrupt capitalist system. Now, the bottom line on...
What? They're preparing to come for your home, your car, your air conditioning, your 401k, and your factory. No, bro. We just want everyone to get health care. That's pretty much it. And as you saw, we want Amazon to adequately take care of their employees. Oh, there's no sound? I'm sorry. Let's play it one more time. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's a 30-second clip. We'll play it again. Trust me, my commentary was very, very apt.
Now, the bottom line on socialism, it never changes. They're preparing to come for everything you have. Your home, your car, your air conditioning, your 401k, and yes, your factory. They want it all because you don't deserve any of it. You don't deserve the fruits of your labor because, by definition, they arose out of the corrupt capitalist system.
Who has a factory? Anyone in the chat have a factory? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone in the chat? There's 3,500 people here. Surely one person has a factory. Like your air conditioning. Do you think this even works? Do you think this works? I guess it must. But this is why you have to counter off. You have to counter with like a little bit of. You just have to counter it with what we're actually trying to do. Oh, people have factories. Congratulations on your factory. Congratulations. What does your factory make? Does it make bullshit? Lori Ingram owns a bullshit factory. She's currently producing a lot right now. Meth lab. Meme factory. Okay. Okay. I have a fart factory. Trump has a fart factory as well. We know. Meth lab. Hey. I would say, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it. Well, okay. Let's watch this. Okay. All right. Joe Scarborough. This is yesterday. I hate saying his name. Joe Scarborough literally was shouting about Hassan Piker yesterday. How do you all feel? Like, I actually don't know how my audience feels about Hassan. Will you let me know in the chat? Will you let me know? I think he's I'll let you know. I will let you know. I will let you know after we watch this clip. But I'm interested to know what you think about Hassan Piker, because he is the topic of conversation for the past fucking summer. But Joe Scarborough decided to freak out about a Twitch streamer yesterday morning.
But please, I don't need people telling me, oh, you have to just turn a blind eye to people saying that women getting raped on October 7th didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. No, Americans aren't going to support that. This is not about me. This is about the Democrats, once again, fumbling the football on the 2-yard line when they have a chance to make great gains, but being so woke, I don't know if you want to call it woke 1, woke 2, or woke 3, but being too woke to call out the obvious. I swear to God. It's crazy that we're even having this conversation. If somebody says a woman being raped doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, it's okay to call that person out and demand that candidates distance themselves from those people. If you want to rule, over a party and win,
I'm sweating.
If somebody says going to a rally the day after Hamas slaughters more Jews than any time since the Holocaust, it's okay for Chuck Schumer. It's okay for Hakeem Jeffries to call that despicable and demand that people distance themselves from that. That's okay. So why are we bringing this up now? We're bringing this up now because it seems an awful lot like what was happening in 2024 when Democrats couldn't get out of their own way to win an election they should have won.
He's a Twitch streamer, bro. I just don't get it. I truly do not get it. I don't get it. I think what this is it is media figures like Joe realizing, who, by the way, went to fucking Mar-a-Lago to suck Donald Trump's dick after he won the election. I bet you Hassan would never do that because he has fucking morals when it comes to that shit. But this is about mainstream media figures realizing that it is over for them. It is starting to fall apart. The establishment and the media, it's all becoming, it's just all collapsing. And so these folks are not only mad at the fact that, yeah, I like when you're a streamer, not every word you say is going to be perfectly curated, okay? But the media understands that that is where the power center is shifting towards. So this man is just pissed off that someone in like a room in his house is getting more attention, has more power, and has more authority than Joe Scarborough, who, by the way, is a fucking former Republican, which is great. I'm glad you understood that Democrats have a fighting chance. Democrats are the ones who actually want to do things to help the country. But give me a break. It's just like he's a Twitch streamer. He's not running for office. Okay? Let's pull up. I'm just going to pull up. Let's pull up that tweet from, what's her name? Shannon Watts. She compared Hassan Piker to Alex Jones, but then made no like, yes, this. God, Kelly, you're so good. Okay. Am I going to read all this? Maybe not. And then we have some election news with, we're going to go back to the Wisconsin map. But this is literally every person on the left, like not every person, but a lot of establishment folks, which by the way is not a slur, and centrists are freaking out about Hassan. And she says, why do I feel so strongly about Hassan Piker's rise in the Democratic Party? I started Moms to Men action the day after the Sandy Hook school shooting in 2012. Simultaneous to the success of the org I started, I watched right-wing extremism rise in the opposition. Alex Jones had been running InfoWars and broadcasting conspiracy theories for years. He had a substantial but relatively niche audience. But that changed after the mass shooting, and he called it a false flag and a hoax. Clips of Jones lying about Sandy Hook circulated widely, including among people who weren't regular InfoWars viewers, and then she's saying that it went up and up and up, and he made $500 million in revenue from 2012 to 2022. And by 2016, Jones was one of the most recognizable figures in the broader American right-wing media ecosystem. Now she's saying this. She's saying that this is Hassan. These are extremists on the left are now following the same highly profitable model. Normalize extreme rhetoric by repeating inflammatory claims, encourage an us versus them worldview by leading audiences to believe others are fundamentally bad, dishonest, or threatening, turn outrage into engagement, mobilize an audience against people they criticize, resulting in harassment, spread questionable. I've never seen Hassan spread questionable or misleading information at enormous scale. Perhaps it exists. I've never seen it. Maybe he has said something that he didn't understand was not true. That happens to literally all of us in this space when things move quickly. But a lot of times, Hassan will be fact-checking on his streams. He is so not Alex Jones. He's so not Alex Jones wages in conspiracy theories. That's just not what Hassan. And to compare those two, it just to me is like such a bad faith argument. Pissed me off. And by the way, like who's the one who is mobilizing an audience against people they criticize, if not you? Like the reason I don't understand what happened to this lady, we used to follow each other on Twitter, and then she she did the thing where she blocked me and then unblocked me so I unfollowed her. So high school. But like her brain, like something shifted in her this past year, and it's like when progressives started winning, she just went on the attack. And I'm a big believer in coalition building. Someone said they never heard of Hassan Piker. I've never heard of him. Who is Hassan Piker? I am so jealous of you. That's all my Twitter feed is right now. But as I was saying, like, I'm a big believer in coalition building. I don't think we should attack voters who are moderate or centrist. I think the whole point of elections is to persuade, but it's not to shut down. And if you disagree with something that anyone on the left or progressive left believes in, then tell me why. Persuade to me why your positions are better. But saying that you have to just stop people from expressing their views or having an audience doesn't work anymore. And in fact, is the opposite of democratic values, which is about persuading. It's about speaking to each other, having conversations. And so I'm a big believer in coalition building. I try and fail a lot. I try to not attack folks who are maybe not as progressive, but I just don't think this helps anyone. And by the way, as we've seen, we're in a moment of like literal fascism. Do we really want to be fighting about this shit right now? We all have a common enemy. And I don't know, like maybe Donald Trump will try to steal the midterms. Maybe he won't. Maybe he's going to try to stay for a third term. Maybe he won't. But it would be nice to know that we are kind of all have like, if we could always recognize we have the same enemy at the moment, and it's not each other. We agree on 90% of the same shit, okay? 90%. That's a scientific fact. 90%. Look it up. But to create enemies out of that 10% right now, when there's literally someone who wants to fundamentally reshape our country and perhaps stop our democracy, I think we should just be a little bit more focused on what's going on. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're just going to check in on... Okay, here we go, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Wait, I have this. Here's what Francesca Hahn's doing. She's gonna...
stick it to him.
Stick it to him. We got 3% difference here. Now, people smarter than me are talking about this. And here's what someone said on election Twitter. I would still rather be Hong, but she is going to need to squeeze every vote possible out of Dane. She's losing Waukesha handily. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. And Jefferson, a County Bernie won handily, is very tight. Now, this other person said this. Oh, this is the same one. Hong has to hope this is outside of the city of La Crosse and this +3 margin goes up well below her benchmark here. The question is now exactly what her margin is in Dane, as we said, and if it's enough. I view this race as a toss-up right now. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right, and then this guy who's, I think he's like, where does he work? He works at Jewish Insider, okay? So that's his, so just, there you go. Early Wisconsin results show Crawley has more than a fighting chance to win over socialist Hong in the Wisconsin gubernatorial primary. Shows how polling can be very different in primaries and how an establishment that's united can have a shot at fending off extremist candidates. So. Okay. We have one more smart person. In the Wisconsin governor's race, Crawley leads by 4% with 16% in and nothing from Milwaukee. The later arriving votes in the college counties move them toward Hong with lots more to report, but this is not shaping up to be the walkover the poll suggested, very much a race. Do polls work? I know it's really hard to, I really know it's hard to poll in a primary, but come on. It said like she was going to win by 15 points. Okay, it's getting close. Shit, this is going to be a nail biter. Oh no, another Kelda. Well, actually, you might have helped us. I don't know what your positions are, but I'm going to guess you're not as progressive as Francesca. Oh, God. All right, we can officially call one election. Boo, 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 boo. Amy, I should get a soundboard for that. We should get a sound for that, but we're just going to do this. This is the only one we have right now.
Stick it to them.
Amy Klobuchar wins in Minnesota's Democratic governor primary by a lot. God damn. Okay, well, they projected it immediately, but yeah, she won. So there you go. I'm kind of whatever about that. All right, let's go to the Minnesota. Let's go to the Minnesota results real fast. 1 second. For the Senate. Oh, this is much better. This is much better. I'm going to close a bunch of tabs. Don't mind me as I close some tabs. These tabs were stressing me out. There are way too many. Okay, I closed too many. I closed the wrong tab. Okay. It's looking as though Peggy Flanagan could pull this out. She's a progressive. I believe she's the lieutenant governor right now of Minnesota. She's running against moderate Angie Craig, and this could be very good. That's what we like to say in the biz. Very good if she were to win. So there's some good news there. Okay. And we do have a clip of Steve Kornacki talking about the Wisconsin race that just came in. Let's watch this.
Wow. Now, do we know, are we in the city? Are we in the county? Can we tell here?
Taking a look.
Okay. What I just said a minute ago, this is super, super interesting. Because demographically, this is the kind of place that Hong should be doing well, and this is going to be the #2 vote producer in the state tonight. And it is, though, Crowley's political base, but it's that's almost half the vote in Milwaukee County that just came in. Adam's trying to figure out here. Oh, while Adam's looking at that, we got Brown County. Okay, we said now this is Brown County, Green Bay, the Bow counties. We said this is.
Okay. That's, again, as we call in the business, not great. Not great. Uh-oh. Okay, it's going to be a nail biter. Fuck. Ooh, shit. I'd like to buy a vowel. Everyone, I just saw that Mary is in the live for the first time ever. Can we get a hello to Mary and welcome her to the community? Hello, Mary. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. As you can see, we're hanging on. We're hanging on at the moment. All right, this calls for music. We need happy music. Here we go. Because I think it's going to be okay. Do you pray? Why don't you say a prayer? Hail Mary. Elections are always close. They're always close. Unless you're Amy Klobuchar. Thank you for the Unk Alert. What does that mean? Unk Alert. I do pray. I pray a lot, King of Kings. I pray so much. If you're not praying right now, I don't know how your prayer helps. I'm not 37, I'm 41. 41 and a half. 41 and a half. This is good music to scream to. If you ever feel the need. A nice feral scream. That's what I'm doing right now on the inside. Okay, we got some more stuff here. Boom. You don't look a day over 41. Thank you, NorCal. Gal. We got another Unk Alert. I'm going to figure out what that means. I'll look that up. All right. John Larson, 78 years old, has lost to his primary challenger, Luke Bronin, in the U.S. House District 1 in Connecticut. He is the 73rd House member who will not be back in 2027. Can we get some claps in the chat? If you don't know, if you clap, it'll show up as an emoji in the chat on screen. I'm going to do it there. Let's get some claps in the chat. That's some good news. 78 and you're running for re-election? Come on. So that's some good news. We like that. All right, there's 49% in for the primary governor's race in Wisconsin. This fucking thing is going to be a nail biter. Holy shit. $50% in. Can someone do the math on that? Is that what? 1.6%? Jesus Christ. $1.7. Oh, she went up. Okay, we have another primary winner. Oh, Rebecca Cook. She has won her U.S. House race. Congratulations to her. All right. Okay. We're going to be reading your super chats in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes.
Stick it to them.
This shit's crazy. 1.7%.
And look, we're going to be potentially running against a candidate who doesn't share the values of Wisconsinites and most of Americans. And so when you talk about someone who says we should cancel Thanksgiving, or someone who's made pronouncements about Christmas being problematic, someone who's made various pronouncements about borders and the way we control immigration and the flow of immigration in our country, most, I would argue, hardworking Wisconsin voters say, look, we may not like certain aspects of the economy. We may think that sometimes Republicans may go a little too far on this or that, but we would rather vote for a Republican who still maintains the fundamental American values as opposed to someone who wants to destroy and tear down everything we hold dear. It's one thing to have a critique to improve things. It's a whole other thing to set the whole darn house on fire. And I would argue most people aren't there, including many Democrats, which is why you see people like Axelrod saying, wait a minute here, we shouldn't be embracing those types of candidates, that being the Democratic Party.
Okay, I don't like that guy. That's my opinion of him. I don't enjoy that gentleman. Okay, we have, all right, here we go. North side, north-south side divide in Milwaukee is quite pronounced. Whiter precincts in the southern half of the city go heavily for Hong, while the black precincts go to the north are Brinky for her. That makes sense. I mean, duh. It's still going to be a nail-biter. Shit. Shit. We're back. Sorry. I don't know what happened. I blame Verizon.
Okay? And Hong is losing statewide by 6,400 votes with, nearly 60% of Dane in. Her margin here is only 3,732. I mean, this is supposed to be the idea of this was going to be a sort of DSA earthquake in Wisconsin. This was going to be its epicenter, Dane County. This is what Dane County looks like with almost 60% of the vote in. So again, zoom out. I've been processing this and reserving judgment and the possibilities here of the very friendly Hong precincts in Dane and everything. But that's a lot of vote in Dane County, and that margin there has not opened up the way I think a lot of people expected it was going to. Meanwhile, waiting on central count in Milwaukee. Waukesha just a tick more came in since we last checked. Nothing there in Washington. In Ozaki, I think nothing more came in there.
Okay. So, shit. It's going to be so close. $6,800 votes. Okay, well, that's not good, but it could still be good. In other words, we will see. We're going to go to Super Chats now, but before we do that, I'm going to see if I can fix it. So I'm going to play some very sweet music for you. Okay. I think I might have fixed it. Are you still here? Well, we're going to see. And if not, I'll read them aloud. We're learning in real time, everyone. Hold on. I want to see if there's a way to... Okay. I think I fixed it. Okay. Let me see if you can hear this.
At NorCal 9R Gal sent $10. 1. Man Crush Tuesday.
No, I can't hear it.
2. Do you know about the USPS versus Conan? SCOTUS 5-4, February 24, 2026. Absolving USPS from intentionally mishandling mail can't sue. 3.
You can hear it, but I can't. Okay, good. Well, okay. Man Crush Tuesday, do you know? That's so funny. You can hear it, but I can't. Hold on. Maybe I got to do this. Well, thank you, NorCal 9 Girl, for the $10. And I'm sorry that there has been some testicle difficulties on the live stream. But thank you for your super chat and for having a man crush. Thank you.
At C. The Hope 2026 sent $1.99. Yes.
See the Hope said with the $2. Thank you for the $2. And your heart is a perfect place. Well, thank you. You're the perfect spot. Thank you for being here. And thank you for making the chat, making the live stream possible. Annie Poohoo in with some worry about the results in Wisconsin.
At Hannah Poopa 2 sent $1.99. This is a nail biter for sure. I'm leaning Hong.
This is definitely a nail biter for sure. I'm hoping Hong pulls it out. Let's see. Let's see. Oof. We're at 1 point. The robot voice is talking. We're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna skip the robot voice for now. But we are at only a 1.2% difference, and Hong is catching up. So that is good. That is what we say in the business. Good. That's very good. Okay. And let's see here. I'm going to go back to this. And we're going to get rid of the voice to chat for now. Okay. So, U.S. Army vet urges you to vote and get your vote counted by November 2026. Thank you for the $2, John. Yes, definitely. Please vote. That's very important to vote. Annie Putu with the $5. I said nail biter first, but on a serious note, Greg Abbott has got to go. We need a blue wave, baby. These crooks must be stopped. Come on, Hong. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the $5, and I agree. This is not what I was looking forward to, but I agree. Yes. 100% nail biter. Okay. And then Lady Karashka with $5 said, may the challengers eclipse the establishment in every race possible. America has had enough of this GOP BS. Time for them to go. Thank you for your support. And yes, I hope we have some good news by the end of this section, but it looks like it's going to be a long, long night for either one of them. Mitchell Woods with $2. Thank you for the $2. Says, I'll be 42 next month on the 6th. That's amazing. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. What does that make you? August? September? So then you're... Is that a Leo? Libra. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the stream. It's the It sent 18.67 Canadian dollars. Shout out to the YouTube pundit Guard the Leaf, who was just demonetized. Well, I don't know anything about that, but I am very, I don't know what happened to him. But there you go. Wendell DZ. Test True Heart sent $2. Feeling Elon playing with voting machines like 24. All right, listen. You and I are going to disagree on that. I don't know what happened, but I've never seen any evidence that points to shenanigans. I think personally what happened was that he, tried buying an election by giving out $1 million checks to voters for them to do a specific thing. I think that had a big impact, but I don't know if I've seen anything about, Starlink or any of that shit. Halusi National sent $10, said, buy a Starbucks, Keith. Thank you. I actually like Starbucks. And if you don't like Starbucks, then too bad. And thank you, I will. Wendell Z sent $2, and I'm going to say this. Said, I like the ADHD moments, makes you relatable. I do have bad ADHD. And yeah. And it's hard. I will say that like doing this with like technical problems and having that and having to blah, 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 makes it hard. But we'll get better at it. It's our first time doing this. It's our first time doing the super chats like this, but I think it's the right way to do it. Okay. NorCal Gal, are you aware of the ruling passed by SCOTUS UPS versus Conan? I'm not. Kelly, can we look that up? I have no idea what that is, but we will look into that. Thank you for letting us know. No, there's so much news. Literally, there's so much bad stuff that happens that I don't take meds. I don't take meds for ADHD, but there's so much bad stuff that happens. It's actually impossible to keep track of all of it. So thank you for that. We really do look at, we mine the comments. We mine the comments, and we are constantly looking for ideas and we really do look at stuff. That's how we got the Delivery Protection Act video we did a couple weeks ago. Someone left a comment. We looked into it. We made a video. So we definitely do take suggestions. So thank you for that. And we will look into it. Okay. Hollow Angel, if $5 says, in your opinion, would moving to New York State from Dallas, Texas be worth it? Well, I have my opinion, and I do think that New York is, if you're moving to New York City, yes. I'd be interested in what the chat thinks. Chat, do you think if you could live in Dallas or New York City, where would you live? But yeah, I mean, I'm a big New York City promoter. I think New York City is a great place to live. It literally changed my life. It changed my life being here. So I'm a big believer. And if you feel inclined to do it, you should definitely move here. Yes. All right. Sherwood Tube sent $11.11. My husband is sitting next to me playing Diablo 4. I'm watching my fave news, Unk deliver results. Well, thank you for being here and thank you for the $11. And it looks like the chat overwhelmingly is saying New York City. So there's your answer. I will say, though, we do need some blue people in Texas. So all right, Michelle Wood says, I'm a Virgo. My name is Michelle, and I'm female. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you for the $2. John says, he sent $2, says, my birthday is August 30th, Virgo, Keith. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean with those eye emojis. But my birthday is August. No, it's not August. My birthday is February 20th. I'm a Pisces. So you do the math. I don't know what that means. Okay, that's all the super chats. So thank you for sending those in. Thank you for supporting the live. And let's see here. Let us go back to the results. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Ah! Hello? That's so close. God damn it. I feel like... All right, let's read this. Problem for Wisconsin Dents. Most Wisconsin counties report absentees later than E-Day, and there's good reason to believe that Crawley will underperform Hong when absentee votes drop. His lead might be a bit of a mirage. Man, if she pulls this out, this is going to be crazy. Let's see what this smart gentleman is saying. I wonder what he has to say about this. Let me find him again. Where did you go? Zachary. What did you say? Are you saying anything new, Zachary? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, this is the goods, baby. Woo! Okay. This is where we last were. Oh, no, it's not. A concern for Hong, La Crosse, and Eau Claire. Sorry. Her two best counties so far are already heavily reported. She now needs to outperform expectations in Milwaukee mail. AB usually hurts progressives, but some ballots for cast while Crawley was dropped out of the race. Oh, interesting. When was the last time we waited a pivotal vote drop where one candidate had dropped out while a substantial share of those ballots were cast? A Sarah Rodriguez surge could still save Hong, and it may be her last real chance. Oh, so it's going to come down to absentee ballots. Windcast favors Crawley in most of the remaining rural areas of the state, which is key to the lean Crawley rating the model assigns the race. Windcast also thinks Manitowoc and Sheboygan will be good for Crawley. The good news for Hong, still some precincts remaining on the bridge in Milwaukee she will win handily. Crawley had dropped out of the race when a lot of the AB absentee votes we are waited on were cast, looking very, very close right now. Hong has more than enough vote outstanding in Dane to take the lead, and she should improve as the remaining precincts skew left in Madison. The bigger question is what comes next. Racine, Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and the Milwaukee, Kenosha, Brown absentee vote loom. Okay, so she's going to at least take the lead at some point. It's going to be very, very close. Older, everyone says 140 votes were already mailed out in July. So okay, let's look at Minnesota, shall we? Okay. This is a slower count, but huge vote disparity here. But again, this means nothing. We have to be at 30 or 40% until we have a sense of like what's really going on. But this kind of seemed like this is what was going to happen in this race. So one thing is for sure, this is Midas Touch. Pollsters have a whole lot of reflecting to do after repeatedly missing the mark by such a massive amount during these primaries. Yes. Okay, man. One day we'll do one of these live streams and we'll have results during the live stream. Today is not the day. Adam Kingsinger says, I think what you're seeing in Wisconsin and the closer than expected Michigan Senate race is less about the Dems wanting to go far, far left and more about wanting fighters. Completely normal desire in this Trump moment. Yeah. Does Crawley seem like a fighter to you? He doesn't seem like a fighter to me at all. I would like a fighter, please. But these results are crazy. Okay, we're going to go to the last bit of super chats and then we are going to end the stream. But before we end it, I'm looking at the chat right now. We're going to play the theme song. Do you like these lives? If so, let me know. Do you like this? If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments. But we enjoy doing them. That's for sure. And if you like them, we can do more of them. I think what's nice about it is we're not controlled by the algorithm. And we can talk about whatever we want. And it's just a lot easier than having to having to do the daily videos. So we might do more of these if you like them. But I don't know what time we would do them. I don't know how often. But we just started doing these because we wanted to live stream the primary stuff, and it kind of turned into a little thing. And so maybe we should do it more. I just don't know how or when or why. We do know how. We're doing it. So, okay. Let's go to... Okay, you guys like them? Yeah, we can talk shit in real time. I like hanging out with you. More lives. We could do call-ins. His son better what? No, he's got nothing to worry about. No one's got anything to worry about. Okay. Let's go to the last few super chats. How do I get to those? Oh, yes, they're here. Okay. I think we can do... Maybe we just move you guys over here. Okay. Web sent $9, says LOL, ADD, Meds 2 market is down, Trump lies, but the best part is the article about how Trump media is failing on Fortune Mag. I posted a link earlier. He's losing everywhere. Stay hopeful. Go Dems. I did not know that Fortune Mag. We should look into that. I did not know there's a Fortune, but yeah. I mean, Trump media is failing because they're asking people to spend $100,000 to get his tweets earlier, which is just open corruption. But it's nice to know that, I mean, yeah, it's nice to know that it is failing. Okay, we have from Corey Ander, who sent $10, gift for being born in February. Buy yourself a decaf Sumatra from Starbucks. I'm going to buy myself a cold brew, but thank you. Thank you for the $10 and supporting the live stream. Kate Pearson says, do you think Republicans donated Mitch McConnell's hair to make Trump's new wig? No. I think didn't Trump go to Turkey? I think a lot of men, when they go to Turkey, they end up with some new pieces. No, I obviously it's a joke, but I don't know what's going on with Mitch McConnell. Maybe one day we'll know. And Scott D rounding out with the $10. I'm ready for no BS fighters who will get shit done fast. I'm tired of incremental change. I want an Oompa Loompa and I want it now. Vote progressive, 9 p.m. live. So that's it. 6 in California. Oh, so he wants 9 p.m. live. Maybe 9 p.m. I don't know. We did 8. 8 felt good, but we're looking at maybe like an afternoon live stream. So, well, we are doing these evening ones and they seem to be doing quite well. Oh, a few more have just come in. Allison with a big super chat, $50. Thank you. Lives are great with McConnell and Trump. Anything resembling a live is refreshing. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying them. And thank you for the big super chat. Wow. Thank you for the $50. Annie Pooh says, I go for your videos all the time. 100 in the lives. Okay, everyone wants to do the lives. Okay. And we have one more from Just Bad Grammar. Says, do you know about Project Panama? Anthropic is feeding millions of books into its AI and shredding them. I have heard about that. I just don't know what it is. I haven't looked into it. But I have heard about that they're feeding millions of books into AI and shredding them. But I don't know much about that. We should look into it. These are great. You're giving us great suggestions for vertical videos, so thank you. Kim Joy gave $5 and says, thank you for all you do. I love your approach to life. Come hang out in Monterey, California with me. Blue Heart. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. And I would love to hang out with you. Kiara Rhapsody says, there were 4 AI chief technology officers sworn in as lieutenant colonels. What? I don't know about that. I don't know. What does anyone know what Unc Alert means? Does anyone know what that means? I'm going to look it up. We got all these Unc Alerts. I don't know what that means. I think that's good. If there's an Unc Alert, should I do something? Okay. Well, this live stream went. All right, let's check in one more time. Don't give any more super chats. If you give any more, we're not reading them. We're going to go one more time to this. Creepy uncle alert. It's a good thing, good thing. Uncle alert. I know they're jewels. I know what they are, but it means I'm old. Does it mean I'm old? It's like a cool old person. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up. What does Unc mean in slang? Unc. Unc is short for uncle. In modern internet and youth slang, it is used to describe an older or aging man. Hey, or anyone perceived as out of touch. What? While it often starts as a light tease on social media, it originates from a long history of community respect. It's old-fashioned or someone acting older than their age. Okay. I'll take it. I'll be your Unc. I'll be your Unc, baby. I'll take it. Unc. Sure. You can Unc alert me all you want. I'm not Unc. Come on. I'm cool. All right. Do you see this? Do you see that? That is... Now, this is a technical term you learn on campaigns. Close as shit. That is so close. Holy shit. Well, I'm going to leave you with that. It's 500 vote difference. No, it's a... Oh. Okay. I don't know. I can't do... It's a 600 vote difference. Thank you again for the Uncle Alert. We just got another one. I'm going to read this super chat. Thanks for embracing it, Uncle Keith. We love you. Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. I'm going to play the theme song. This was fun. I enjoy this a lot. Hey, before we end, we got to put W's in the chat for Kelly, producer Kelly, who made this whole thing run as smoothly as it did. She was in the background making sure that this thing kept running smoothly. So please give some love to producer Kelly, some W's in the chat. Thank you all for being here with me. Thank you for hanging out on a Tuesday night for election results, primary election results. You guys are sick. You sicken me. What are you doing? You're watching primary election results on YouTube at the middle of the night? No, really. Thank you for being here with me. It means a lot. And we're gonna figure out a time to do these live streams, and we want to bring guests and all that sort of stuff. But let's slowly building. We're gonna slowly build it. We do know now. Hey, write this down. Take out your iPhone. Tell Siri. Tell Google. Say, hey, please make a schedule for next week. Kelly, what time do you want to do the live stream for next week? I think we should probably still do 8 o'clock. But there's going to be primary results next week. I know Florida for sure is one of the states that are going to have primary results. So next week, 8 o'clock, okay, Eastern. We're going to do this one more time. We're gonna suffer through close ass elections, go through some news, give some commentary, and hang out. And I hope you'll join us. I'm so grateful that you came here for tonight. We're going to get some sleep now. I hope you do too. Uncle Keith is signing off, and I will see you on your YouTube homepage, hopefully. Hopefully.